That would be me.
Look who we're hanging with.
Jason David Frank.
Boom shakalaka.
Please do not change channel.
Logging on and tuning in if you haven't already hit that like button and subscribe. That way you can keep coming back over and over to hang with us and our wonderfully talented and creative guests in the arts and entertainment world. I'm Allyson. Right now we are at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida for MegaCon 2018, and we're hanging with author R. Rachel Litfin.
Yes.
Thank you so much for hanging with us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me on.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I love the cover.
Thank you.
So tell us about your book.
So my book, the Chronicles of Royal High, The Lost Noble, is the first installment in my 5-part young adult fantasy book series. I just published this last February and already it's been absolutely successful. The Chronicles of Royal High follows Adela Everhart. She is a peasant girl. She finds out she is the lost princess to the neighboring kingdom. She has to leave her entire life behind. She is uprooted and whisked away. She goes to Royal High, a finishing academy for nobility. And it's there that she meets the other future rulers and kings and queens across the other realms. And they're all together going to school, learning about monarchy, learning how to best be kings and queens for their realms in this beautiful castle. And of course, as teenagers, they get into shenanigans and whatnot. But the conflict lies with an ancient race of dragons once thought vanquished. They're rising back into power, and Adela and her friends suddenly find themselves toe-to-toe against this new war. They become paladins in the later books to better fight back these dragons in order to protect their kingdoms. So that's the basic premises of the Chronicles of Royal High. The Lost Noble is the first installment. The second installment comes out later this late summer 2018, and that will be Dragon's Wrath.
Sounds like a movie.
I know.
Love it. So you're an ex-cosplayer. So what inspired you to become an author?
So it's not necessarily inspired to become an author. I'm such a fandom dork. I love dressing up. I was a theater kid, so cosplay was just kind of the natural succession of that. Because who doesn't want to dress up as a superhero? But being an author was always part of me. Even so when I was little, I would tell my mom all these little fantastical stories, and she'd hand me legal pads and crayons and like write that down, draw pictures, and that just evolved over time. When I was about 13 years old, that's when I first got inspired with the very kind of beginning concepts and characters of the Chronicles of Royal High. Adela Everhart came to me when I was like 13 years old. I just started high school, and from there, throughout my life, you know, the entire story arc didn't come to me in one day. It was over the course of a decade that it really started to like manifest and create itself, and I just kept playing with it. My mom is one of my biggest springboards. I would talk to her and be like, you know, what do you think about what if Adela did this? And like her friends are like this, and my mom's like, oh yeah, that's great, but what if it was like this? I'm like, oh yeah. And so it's just very much I mean, it's all me. I wrote it all, but my mom is she's been a wonderful source of inspiration for me. So.
Is there anything particularly challenging that you find about writing the book?
Yes. I'm very ADHD, and just focusing alone, I've actually found, as I've gotten older, it's actually gotten harder, especially with all of the challenges of adulting, you know, holding down a job, social life, all of those things, finding time to put yourself in that writing zone and being consistent with your work, it's difficult. It is not an easy feat. Luckily, Chronicles, the story arc is up here. That's never going to go away. Getting this first book out was one of the hardest pushes I ever did, but seeing that I was able to do it, it's inspired me to just keep going, just fight through it, fight through the distraction, fight through the the monotony and really get into it. I'd say that's been the biggest challenge.
Did you have to do a lot of research to write your book?
Yes, and I'm still doing research as it is now. The lore in the later books, my universe's lore, Edenarth, the lore of Edenarth. It's very paladin intensive, dragons, fairies, and so even now I'm still Googling stuff, ordering in books, reading about these different fantasy concepts and stuff, trying to keep true to these backgrounds, these established tropes and genres. I played World of Warcraft for a very long time, so that's been a huge inspiration for this as well. So that's really where my background in paladin type stuff started. I've recently started playing D&D off and on to get that, and I love role playing. So yeah, it's you never stop learning. You never stop researching.
What's your most favorite place to just go to kind of recharge, regroup, get more inspiration?
The ocean. I will go to the beach, lay out with my notepad for hours, and just like if there's anything wrong, just take Rachel to the beach for a little bit and she's fine.
Yeah, something about those waves.
It really recharges me, and with Adela, she comes from, well, I said she's the lost princess to the neighboring kingdom. It's actually an ocean realm that was inspired by the California coastline. I'm from California, so places like Carmel and Big Sur, all up and down there, like in my head, that's her kingdom. And those places have, throughout my life, always just been a source of being recharged. So there's a lot of symbolism throughout my work and parallels and stuff.
Who designed your book covers?
My dad is in artistic design, and when I knew I was going to self-publish, I hit him up last summer. I was like, Dad, I think I'm going to self-publish this. Like, I'm getting so much encouragement from friends. I have an editor already. Will you do my book cover? And of course, he's done my art design, he did my book cover. This is a photo shoot we did 3 years ago because as a costume kid, doing Renaissance fairs and cosplay and all that stuff, I have amassed a considerable collection of outfits. And this, to me, I call this my Adela dress. That's my Adela dress. And so I was like, 3 years ago, I wanted these images. I wanted some sort of representation for Adela. And so we did this photo shoot in Northern California in these beautiful hills in the Bay Area. We sat on these images for like 3 years. We didn't do anything with them. I just wanted them. And it's so weird because I think I always knew I was going to have to use them anyways. And so then sure enough, last summer, this one specifically, I was like, Dad, will you make my book cover? So
that's fantastic. I was going to ask you, is it you? Because even from behind, she looks like oh, it's beautiful. I love it. So, do you think this is your first book and now you're on to doing the second one? Has your writing style changed or your process?
So, I would say in the last 2 years, especially in the last year, refining this first book to get it ready for publishing. I mentally correct myself as I go now all the time, and it's actually gotten, my writing style has changed for the better. I don't think it's going to change much.
Right.
I mean, probably the stuff I write now compared to the stuff 10 years from now, there will probably be a difference. Hopefully like a steady betterment, steady improvement.
So what's coming up for you after MegaCon? Are you going to start frequenting more cons to get your book out there?
Yes. So having done cosplay I've done cosplay for over a decade now. So having done, and being California based, I have such a huge network of people throughout conventions, and launching this was kind of just a really awesome segue because I was able to tap into that network. I'm absolutely doing a ton more cons. I've got a few in the pipelines right now that I'm talking with people about. I'm going to be next weekend, for the next 2 weekends after MegaCon, I'm going to be up in Tahoe, California, doing Valhalla, which is a beautiful Renaissance fair run by like my friends. We're like family. They invited me up to set up and sell my fantasy book at a Renaissance fair, which is perfect.
Oh my God,
and it was I didn't even know I was doing that until yesterday. So.
Oh my God, I was excited for you.
Yeah, it's going to be really great. I'm very excited.
And where can people find you and your book?
They can find me, so my book is available right now on Amazon. It is on Amazon Prime, so you order it, you'll get it in a few days. It is, I just released it this week on Kindle, so it is now an ebook. It's on Kindle as well. I'm working on the audiobook version for later on this year. Hopefully that comes out, because I know a lot of people love audio. And you can find me on all social media platforms under Rachel Litfin or R Litfin. That's Litfin as in fin on fire. Litfin. And my website just got finished too, so rlitfin.com has literally all my events, all my past events, my future events, book synopsises, inspiration pages, all kinds of stuff like that. Yeah.
Beautiful. Do we have time for a game? We like to play games on this show.
Alright.
I'm the game girl. We're gonna play Go Bleep Yourself.
Okay.
Have you ever played?
No.
It's really, we don't have time to
Is
play.
this like a word game?
Yeah, so
I'm really good at word
games.
games. I'm really good at word games.
We just pick a card,
Okay.
and then we read it and fill in the bleep
Okay.
to what we want it to be.
Okay.
So you pick a card, I'll play with you.
Okay. So do I read the green side or do I read?
Either side,
Okay.
either side you want.
I got in trouble at work because I wouldn't bleep. Wait, do I say bleep?
Bleep, and now what did you want to bleep?
What I didn't want to bleep. I got in trouble at work because I wouldn't stay awake during the meetings. Very accurate.
Let's see. Pass the bleep before I throw it. Pass the bleep before I throw a fit. Because I don't have my glasses on, I can't see it. So, pass the vodka before I throw it.
I was going to say the remote. Fighting with my brother over the remote growing up.
Okay, one more.
You can wear the same bleep 3 days in a row and no one will know.
Oh, oh no.
I'm not going to be gross here. I'm just going to say pants.
That's a good one.
Cardigan.
I wasn't thinking pants.
But I'm pretty sure people would know if you wore the same cardigan 3 days in a row. Always change your underwear, people.
When people don't answer my bleep, I get really irritated. When people don't answer my text messages, I get very irritated. All right. Well, guys, it's been a blast. We've had so much fun hanging with Rachel today. I'm Allyson Murray, but before we go, we'd like to give a special thank you to our partners at Krypton Radio out of LA, Famous Faces and Funnies off the Chain Radio with Yvonne Mason, Space Coast Comics, Asylum Convention Entertainment Services with Heather Reed, and our great friends at Summon Unique Magazine. These are the folks that share our videos all over the World Wide Web, and we hope you will too. Don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment, let us know what you think of today's show and our guests. You can also check our guest links below. Remember to subscribe, log on, and stay tuned to see who we're hanging with next.